Alright, I want to add the gizmo. So there's a Gizmo Manager, and this should allow us to click on an object and maybe move it around. So let's grab that, and we want to add it to the transform constructor. So when we construct it, we add this control, and since we have the scene given to us, we can add Gizmo Manager to a given scene. So let's import all of Babylon. So we have this Gizmo Manager. Gizmo Manager will attach the enabled gizmo to whatever object in the scene is selected by the pointer. To enable a gizmo, any of the following can be used. So that enables everything. Let's have a look. Does this do anything? Click on that. Does nothing. Let's see. Is there a Gizmo Manager? Can you see that from? Nodes. I don't see any Gizmo Manager here. What is? Oh, yes, we have to click in there, right? Go here, go transform, then click. Yay! Okay, we have this the plane selected, right? No, that is the cone. It's very unusual. Let's pull it up. Pull it up. Did we just scale it? Okay, rotating it this way won't do anything. Rotating it this way. Let's do this. Okay, so we can shrink, turn that. Oh, the bounding box is very large. We can do that. Okay, so this allows you to shrink. That pulls. This allows rotating. Pull that up. So we have rotation through here, and translation and scaling. So let's not do scaling. So let's not do this. So go edit, transform, grab that. Okay, so now we have the movement, move up, and we have rotation. Now, what about the bounding box gizmo? So Gizmo Manager bounding box. Hold on, Gizmos. Bounding box gizmo. Ignore children. On dry start. Enable driver here. Fix trash mass size. Rotation, sphere size, scale, box speed, drag scale, set, scale pivot. Set enable scaling. Enables or disables scaling. Enables rotation on the specified axis. It disables rotation. Should be XY. Set. So we want scaling. We don't want translation, I think. Or I guess you can let it be there. Okay, we have that, and we need to send the message through, otherwise we're not persisting the changes anywhere. So we can listen for Gizmo Manager on something drag, bounding box drag behavior, what was it? Oh, so you can add snapping, sensitivity, Gizmo drag behavior. Okay, so we need a particular Gizmo. Gizmos, and let's do bounding box Gizmo drag. What is it called? Drag behavior, on drag observable. Enable drag behavior, on drag start. Gizmo. Position Gizmo. What? How come I can't find this? Access drag Gizmo. We're doing the on drag observable drag behavior. These gizmos internally use a pointer drag behavior. This is exposed and can be used to perform tasks before, during, after dragging a gizmo. Pointer drag behavior gizmo. These are the gizmos. And there's no on drag or drag. On key down. Toggle gizmo on key press. But create the gizmo, attach the sphere, keep the gizmo to fixed world position. Where is on scale? Occurs on either scale rotation on drag end. Gizmo layer, on drag end, on drag start, scale, sector, snap distance, update position, update scale. Let's do a little Googling. Babylon check Gizmo while dragging. Event data, state, and let's just console log data and state. See what we get when the position is changed. Click on this and move it up. Move this, oops, move it this, that. There you go. Current target, that's target undefined, scissors, prototype, I can't really even tell what this is. So it's event and so you get some functions here. I don't know what to do with this. What about on select? On attached to mesh observable. So yeah, give me the mesh. What are we getting here? Add. And we get the mesh. Yeah, just stringify mesh. Here we go, edit, transform, click on that, click on that. Oh, sorry, forget stringifying it. Just give me the mesh.name. Cool. So when we're done dragging it, why don't you just tell me the final state of Gizmo Manager selected, damn it. There was a way to get the list of the selected meshes. Attachable message. Use pointer to attach gizmos. Where are the meshes though? Well, okay. I guess we gotta keep track of them then. So let's say that public selected mesh is a Babylon mesh. And then when you click on it, then we'll say that this selected mesh is this mesh. And then when you are done dragging it on drag, so this is the position, so console.log new position of this selected mesh dot position is that. We go to edit, transform, select this, and let's pull it taller. Pull it up. New position is Y is very high. Let's go higher. Whoops. Go even higher. Now Y is even higher. Nice. And we can send a message with Signal Hub. Scene Manager, I think, is listening for entity created, component changed. Params, you get the entity ID and meshes for each. Get process component with the type and the data. So the transform, we have that position as some kind of object with X, Y, and Z. We want to do, we need the entity ID, which is, so we're going to send this, so we need to do signal hub next, and the event oh, this is what we receive when a component was changed. What about when we were moving it before? When we were moving it before, we updated the component, and so if we look inside, we can look inside Svelte under component. So we're modify component with broadcast. That's one way. The component type was position, and the data is the array. So yeah, I think this would work. So we need a signal hub. It's already imported. So we would do this. Spaces APA modify component with a broadcast entity becomes the mesh dot select this selected mesh ID, and the component type is just position, and the component data is one second. Let's see where this is being processed. Function, modify component with broadcast. Okay, it's calling this function, which takes space, entity ID, type, and data. Get component with the yes and position. Okay, and the data that it takes is I think X, Y, and Z. Yeah. So this needs to be like this: X, Y, and Z, I believe. Const equals this selected mesh position, const pause. So we'll just do pause 0, pause. Wait. Pause X, position Y, and position Z. So if we send that out, it should get picked up in broadcast. We're going to transform, click this, lift. Let's move in. Gosh. Lift. Try to push space A to space A before joining. Use channel join before pushing events. Oh, because I took away the svelte stuff, we didn't even join the channel. So let's bring this stuff back. and persisted. So that's with moving the position. So let's also do that with rotation. So we enabled position and rotation. And we're not doing scaling because you can scale with an offset, so the bounding box is actually better for that. So let's add something like this for rotation. So on the rotation gizmo, on drag and observable, we'll get the rotation quaternion. This is stored as just X, Y, and Z though. So this is just stored. Rotation is just stored this way. So then we'll send in rotation, and I believe it will be rotation. So this will be rotation in X, rotation in Y, rotation in Z. So we'll do a similar thing. So we'll rotate this and refresh. It didn't take. So what happened here? So let's do console log the data. No, console log the new rotation. Console log new rotation, and let's get the rotation. The 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we're not rotating this at all. Now, is it because we need rotation quaternion? Alright, we have values. We have different values. We get different values. Okay. So we need two Euler angles. Returns a vector 3. And then we can pass these along. A vector 3 will give you will a vector 3 give you X, Y, and Z? Rotation X. Yeah, I think so. Transform retained. Okay. And we'll do this with the final one, which is the bounding box Gizmo enabled. Okay, so we'll grab this thing. Bounding box Gizmo. On rotation sphere, on scale, drag, and observable. How do we remove the other things? So Babylon JS bounding box Gizmo rotation. Oh, this one does have a bounding box drag behavior. Gizmo Manager bounding box drag behavior. Gizmo Manager bounding box drag behavior. How about position drag behavior? Set enables rotate triangle. Yeah, let me also get position, because if you squash down, does the position change? Let's do position and scale. So let's just squeeze. Okay, that's everything. That is just scaling everything. Position and scale. Position changed a little bit, and scale changed as well. So both of these changed. And okay, so we can rotate. Alright, what if I want to squeeze? Yeah, so I'm squeezing and moving it because the floor doesn't change. So if I squeeze this down, but it's still kind of uniformly scaled, it won't let you squash it. So that lets you pull it downward. Yeah, you can't squash it. Can I? Oh wait, can I? Turn this. Oh wait. If I pull this, yeah, it does. This lets you squash it. Okay, so you got to pull the one from here, then you can squash it. The corner ones scale uniformly. The one in the middle will squash it. Yep, so I change both these components at the same time. Alright, so then let's just pull these out into their own functions so I can call an update on it. So we'll say update position for this one. We'll say this update broadcast position. Broadcast new position. And we'll create a function broadcast new position. Be that. Then this broadcast new rotation. Broadcast new rotation. And this one we'll just call this broadcast new position. This broadcast new scale. Yeah, we gotta make that function. Broadcast new scale will simply be selected mesh scale. This will be the scale. And this will be scale. And scale X, scale Y, scale Z. So now if we grab this, we want to squash it, we'll grab this middle one, squash, squash, squash. And if I refresh, it's persisted. Yay! Alright, so this concludes being able to get some gizmos out there if you're able to. Next step, bind this and bring back the teleportation so we can actually do this in 3D.